It is time for the December favorites of the year, but I thought instead of doing just a December favorites, what I would do, because it's getting to the end of the year, is to tell you what my most used favorite beauty products are for the whole year of 2017. So that's what I'm going to do, and I have quite a few products in front of me, and I'm going to try to get through it fairly quickly. And when I do that, when I feel like I'm trying to rush, I get really fast. I talk so fast and I talk too much. So I will do my very best to tone it down to just the facts and so forth, so we can get through this and you can know what the things are that I have been reaching for the most. And that was my criteria. Not necessarily my favorite, I guess, in that it performs the best of the best or whatever. I guess each item it's different. But in general, I went through my stash and my top drawer items, meaning the ones I grab every day. These are the ones that I take with me if I'm traveling because I need to have them with me or I really want them. They just work the best for me on a general day-to-day basis, and I reach for them the most. So that's the whole point of this, and let's get started. And I'm gonna try to sort of follow in along with like what I do in order, sort of. That's the best way I can come up with it. So here we go, quickly. Moisturizer, favorite one ever. I love the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream, the Intense formula. I love this stuff. Anytime there's a Sephora sale, I always try to grab one or two because it's not exactly inexpensive, but it is the most amazing stuff. Head to toe, body, face, wherever you want to put this, it goes and it does wonderful things. So definitely, definitely loving that. One of my all-time favorites, been using like crazy, don't even want to try something new, which is weird for me because I find something I really like usually and I always want to try whatever new thing is out there. But I'm pretty hooked on this. It is the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Eye Concentrate Matrix. That's hard to say, Eye Concentrate Matrix. I am absolutely adoring this stuff. Did it ever focus? I'm not even sure. Absolutely love it. I love the delivery system. I love this. It's like a glass tube cylinder type of a thing that you just wipe the product on your under eye area, and it's just so smooth and it just sinks right in, and I just love it, and it feels so cooling and calm, and I just pat it in around the eyes. I love it. I've been using it morning and night. It says night repair, but I have had no problems with using it during the day also. I also use a whole lot of like concealer and things on that area, so it's not like it's being exposed to any sun or anything during the day. So there's that. And then a new favorite of mine, and I'm loving and will repurchase, I'm absolutely sure of, is the Drunk Elephant Lala Retro Whipped Cream. Now this is one of those things I decided to try. I've always wanted to try it and thought I would try it during the Sephora sale. Sorry about the focus refocus. It'll get there. I love how it just pops up. I know that's silly, but you don't have to unscrew it or whatever. And the second thing I love is you don't have to stick your hands down in it or use a spatula or anything special like that. You just push this and the amount of cream just pops right up out of the middle bit. I didn't push it all the way, the more comes out. But what comes out is the perfect amount for your face. And I just pat it and rub it in all over and up and down my neck. And I absolutely love it. It just, oh, it feels so good. It has a very, very light, if almost non-existent scent to it. It's just perfect. It just sinks right in and makes your skin feel so soft. And I feel like it really has helped. It has 6 rare African oils in it. So, you know, maybe they know what they're talking about. I don't know. But anyway, I am loving this and I will definitely get that again. I love the way it comes out of the thing, everything. So good stuff. Another face thing that I reach for always, I try new things all the time, but the one that I go back to always in between trying new things is the First Aid Beauty Facial Radiance Pads. I love these. This is one of the smaller containers. I love a lot of the things from First Aid Beauty. They're these little, you know, type of pre-soaked pads, and they just exfoliate and are absolutely amazing. I do this at night after I've washed my face. I exfoliate and get rid of all sorts of things with my neck and décolleté, and you just across your whole face. It's so wonderful. It just helps get rid of all the dead yuck. Sometimes it even gets rid of some extra makeup that you didn't quite get cleaned off after you've washed your face. It makes your face feel smooth and lovely, and then makeup applies better after you've used these for a while. So love those. Okay, sunscreen, since we're on face. I wear sunscreen all year round. I don't just do it in the summer because obviously I'm extremely light and I freckle extremely easily. So what I try to put on my face on the daily is, and the one that I reach for the most, it's not the only one I use, I'll give you that, but the one I tend to reach for the most is just, I get it at Target, it's Neutrogena. It's just this Neutrogena what is it? Ultra Sheer Dry Touch Sunscreen Broad Spectrum 30. And it says lightweight, clean feel. And that's one of the things I really like about it, because it is lightweight, clean feel. It doesn't have that sunscreen smell. It doesn't feel like a thick mask of any sort on your face. So I really enjoy this. And that just kind of helps put some extra care on my skin. Another thing I have with me all the time in my purse, in my car, whatever, is the Brush On Block. And it's the powder, like the mineral powder type of sunblock. And what I like about this the most is you can just like wipe it out, it's got the brush. You can just put it like on the back of your hands. Like, you don't realize how much sun gets on the back of your hands on a daily basis. Easy touch-ups over makeup. It doesn't, ruin your makeup at all. You're not like putting cream over it or whatever. Love this stuff. It can go anywhere on your body. Touch up your shoulders. If you're like sitting out in the sun, you can just grab it and go, and it's not gonna boil in your car. It's a mineral. So anyway, love that stuff. So there's that. Now we're on to concealers. I am a concealer junkie. I've always tried every new concealer that comes out, that comes down the path. And being the age that I am and having the wrinkles I have to have something that isn't going to really accentuate the lines I have in and around under my eyes. So those are my parameters. Personally, I want them to cover any dark grayish, type tones and so forth, and I don't want it to crease and you look yucky and crepey under there. So the 3 items that I have found work the best for me are the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. Love this stuff. I know so many people have talked about it, and there's a good reason, because it really does work well. And the funniest part is that I find that my best color is actually the neutralizer. It's the color that's called Neutralizer, and it's got a yellowish tone to it, and on my face it just works perfectly. So yeah, I use neutralizer, and it does tend to really neutralize the dark. So I love this one. I've used it actually all over my face and just kind of sheared it out as like a really light, foundation kind of thing. Anyway, love that one. Another one that is rarely talked about, because this company is harder to come by now. You have to order online. They used to be in department stores. Is Prescriptives. I've loved a lot of prescriptive items, and this one I still do order online. It's the Camouflage Cream. Good stuff. Fantastic. I get it in light warm, which is 03. It's not thick, but it's not too light either. It just has this perfect consistency where it just blends out beautifully, but yet it still gives you lots and lots of coverage. And I really do enjoy this cream. I think it works so well, and I still wish that this company, had their items in department stores. And I think of the ones I've chosen, this is my all-time favorite. And again, it's one of those things that's not talked about hardly ever. Maybe I'm just weird, I don't know. But I love the Dermablend Professional Smooth Liquid Camo. I get this at Ulta. You can get it online at Ulta too, but usually it's there. I'm in the color Fair, and it's just so good. It really, and this might be a little too dark for me now. As you can see, I'm a lot lighter. But it was the perfect color for summer, and I need to get a new lighter one. But here we go. This is Fair, so this might even be the lightest. I'm not entirely sure. But it just smooths out beautifully. It really does conceal so much. It neutralizes the gray. It doesn't settle or whatever. I love it. So, Dermablend Liquid Camo. All right, there's that. Now, since we're talking concealer, this item, when we're moving into foundations, this item to me is fantastic, because it's the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. This is what the bottle looks like. I love this. Many times I will easily just use this as both. It's the most simple thing. I will definitely put moisturizer all over my face. It's still, moist and smooth and slippy. And then this comes on. It's got this doe foot applicator, large doe foot applicator, as you can see. And I just blop it everywhere, wherever I want. I can't speak. I specifically put it under my eyes a lot, and then I just use a dampened beauty blender and smear it and blop it all around, and then I concentrate on really packing it under there, and it's done. No, I don't have to add extra concealer. I don't have to do anything else. I really enjoy this. The best part is I have the worst time with foundations breaking up on me. Toward the end of the day, it looks very patchy, and I don't care for that. So that's my biggest thing when it comes to concealers, is whether they last, not concealers, that too, but foundations, whether they last throughout the day. And when I'm getting ready to take my makeup off that day, I have this magnifying mirror that's terrifying, because it magnifies and it's got the lights and I can see absolutely everything. And it's just, like I said, horrifying. But I can totally tell, you know, and I look carefully, how did that makeup apply? How did it last? And so forth. So this stuff lasts very well, I found. And also being Clinique, I figured I would try other Clinique items. And this one is a cushion foundation. I find this so simple. Just with a little cushiony thing, just bop a damp beauty blender in there. This is in Fair 01. Simple, easy, go-to, touch up, whatever you want to do. I love this, and it does last. It does not break up. Good stuff, good stuff. My all-time 100% favorite concealer, I keep wanting to say concealer, but it does conceal, foundation type of a product is the IT CC Cream Your Skin But Better Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream. It's got 50 SPF, so I don't have to do sunscreen underneath. I love that it protects. I get it in light. I use a dampened beauty blender. I didn't like it at first. When I first tried this, I did not like it at all, and I was using a foundation brush. When I started using the beauty blender, changed my world. Love it. If I had to have one for the rest of my life, this would be the one. You can build it up, you can sheer it out. Loving it. So, #1 all-time favorite, there you go. Now, there are days when I do not want to just really do the liquid route and I just want to get on with my life. And this is basically a finishing veil, but it works still also as a mineral foundation. It is in the color Light. Also, it is the Airbrush Perfecting Powder by IT Cosmetics. I do love this stuff, and mostly I use this as just a quick little finishing powder. Obviously, that's what it is. But there are days when I just, you know, I want to run to the post office box and I don't want to put a full face of makeup on. I just want to get rid of the blotchies, and I will definitely do a brush over this. I'll just kind of do my whole face, just a little bit up and down the neck. It just kind of blurs things out enough that I feel like I'm a better face at that moment, and it works. So anyway, this is great for that also. But in general, it's a fantastic finishing product. And another finishing product that I love, let's talk about those now, is the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. One of the best out there. I wish we could get this exact same thing and how it works in a non-loose form. I much prefer it to be in a form where it's just open the thing and, you know, it's not getting all over the place. But this works so well all over. It just, I don't know, it does something. It sort of just transforms and just makes things nicer. Love that stuff. And along the same lines, I've also tried the Secret Brightening Powder, and I've had this for years. And it is like, you buy it once, it'll be with you the rest of your life. Generally, I use it for under the eyes many times. But it does work all over too if you want to do any brightening, you know, places you want to brighten. So there's that. But for under the eyes specifically, I decided one day to try the Too Faced Primed and Poreless. I had it, never really used it. I don't really have a pore problem, but I just, you know, every once in a while I do. So I purchased it one day, and this is wearing off, and this is fairly new, which is strange. But anyway, I use it with a little mini, like a fluffy type brush, and I pat it under my eyes as a setting powder for my concealer. And I don't know if it's whatever's in here that helps conceal the pores, because it is primed and poreless, that's what it's for. Whatever that is must help with concealing the lines underneath also, and the crepiness, because that's what I see happens with it. So 100% love this stuff for that. Now, since we're still talking face powder, if I'm going to do any, if I just want a little bit of a glowier complexion, I feel like I'm a little too matte, the best thing ever, I love this stuff, is the Laura Mercier Candle Glow. Just adore it. This is in, it says #1. I don't know if there are different colors or not, but this is the Candle Glow #1. I just think this is the best. It's a very light glow to it. It's not a highlighter for me. I just all over the face. I just take a big fluffy brush, kind of all over the face, and sometimes I'll even concentrate a little bit more right here, and I just get a much more youthful, more glowy, kind of a complexion without any, there's no sparkle, there's no, you know, anything like that. So this is a good one, especially for aging people, I think. And the other thing, powder-wise for my face too, is bronzing. I don't bronze very often. I, you know, learned, I guess, probably about 10, 15, 20 years ago that I'm just trying to embrace the color that I am. You know, I've went through my many years, younger years, you know, trying to lay out in the sun, and I even went to the tanning booth a couple times and then realized that was awful. So I didn't do that much. But, you know, I always wanted to be that, you know, more tan person and that gorgeous skin tone, but you can't always have what you want. And so I've been trying to embrace my fish belly white skin. But there are days where if I'm wearing something that just tends to make me look completely washed out, like some colors really do that, and I just need some more warmth back in my skin. I want to do a bronzer, but I want it to be very light. I mean, it has to be so light to even, you know, look natural on me because I'm so light. And this is the one that works the best for me. If I do any bronzing at all, which is rare, I use the Ambient Lighting by Hourglass, the Luminous Bronze Light. It just gives enough of a luminosity, just enough of a glow. I don't have any on today, but you can see it's quite light, but it just adds enough that I look less, you know, less corpse-like. So that is the one that I use and enjoy very much. I've tried many and none of them look as natural as that one. So that's that. I brought a beauty blender here in case some of you have never seen it. I can't imagine that, you know, happening, but these things, I honestly, I don't ever use a brush anymore for foundation, or I use this to apply, even like if I do any kind of under eye powders, after I've done my concealer, I use this for concealer, foundation, pat on the powders, all sorts of things with this. If I really want to pack the powder on nicely, I won't say pack it on thick, but just, you know, get it really pushed in. I use a beauty blender. It works wonders. I love these things. I think they're worth it. I really, really do. There's that. Now, we're talking eyebrows. For my eyebrows, I already have hair there, so I'm not trying to fill in. I understand if you are, that this would not work for you really. I just want to darken them and just kind of define them. And this works the best for me. It is the Anastasia Medium Brown Brow Powder Duo. Love it. It's just perfect. It's simple, easy. See if that'll help focus. And the way I apply it, and for some reason, this brush works so much better than any others I've tried. I don't know why, but I always go back to this. It's the Smashbox Angle Brow Brush. Just got that little angle at the tip there. It just, oh! It just gets right in there. Seriously, I just like bop, bop, bop right in the middle, and I just do one of these and quickly just fill in. And that's all it takes. Just, you know, quickly like that. That brow's done. You know, so it's so simple, so fast. Recommend that highly. Those are the ones I reach for the most. Okay, now we are moving on to, let's do another couple face things. I talked about did I talk about the Kevin? No, I didn't. Okay, if I do any sculpting, which I don't really do, but if I just sort of want to add a little bit of extra oomph there, or, you know, just kind of feel like I've got a little bit more something going on and try to sculpt a little, more than anything, I just kind of want to like hide some of this, you know, no matter how thin I've ever been, and I've been really skinny in my life, it doesn't matter. I still have this. It's just the way I was born and the way I was, you know, made. I feel like I've got this weird, you know, really bad profile thing going on. And sometimes I just kind of want to darken that. Just being honest with you here. I know my faults and failings, believe me. If I want to darken that, I use the Kevin Aucoin sculpting powder generally, and in medium. And this does work well. It's a good tone. It's cool enough that it looks kind of like a shadow. Like that very much. Although I did discover something recently, I'm still working it out. I think it's gonna work great too. I'll talk about that at another time. But I love that one for 2017. Use that if I'm ever going to do that kind of thing. I also tried the Fenty Beauty, and these are those sticks. What are they called? The match sticks. And this one is an amber, and I really like it. It's a creamy base thing. But even if I have powders all over my face, you know, I've done a powder type thing all over, and I put this on those areas, you think, oh gosh, scary, right? But then it just blends out so beautifully, and it makes such a lovely, like a cool toned shadow that it looks realistically like, you know, you're getting a shadow because you have such lovely sculpted cheekbones. So and it doesn't disturb the powder and the things you've put on your face already. So I'm very much happy with this. So I recommend the Fenty, and they come in so many colors for all the different skin tones. She did such an amazing job, Brianna, making sure that there were skin tones for pretty much everyone. I'm so happy about that. So there's that. I have used that occasionally. Then when it comes to blush products, my 3 favorites that I've reached for the most in 2017 are the Bobbi Brown. Let's see, this is the Bobbi Brown. It's an illuminating bronzing powder in Antiqua. And I've talked about this several times before, and this is just a little trial size, but I brought it down here for you to see. This is such a good color. I absolutely love this color. So this is a really, really good one. It just spreads on so nicely and just gives a real beautiful, you know, rosy glow. Love that one. And then the 2 tried and trues that I've had and used for years and gotten more of are 2 Tarte colors. And the one is Exposed. I mean, who doesn't have and love Exposed? It is just so perfect in so many ways. Just a great color and goes on so many skin tones, I've noticed too. And then this one is called Celebrated. I didn't think it would do anything, but look how much I've used. I've hit pan, I've used so much of this. Like I say, these are my favorites. Celebrated, just, it almost looks like nothing, but it really does do something. I don't know, it just adds a glow or just a little light color there. I don't know. Love this one, especially if I'm not trying to look terribly made up. Gorgeous. Okay, we're getting places. Now, here we go. All right, so let's say I've set my whole face, whatever, I did that. Okay, setting sprays. The 2 that I've used the most this year are the Glam Glow Glow Setter. I love this one. I honestly, I think it might add a little bit of glow extra, but I don't think it's really gonna give you a lot of glow, but it does help set quite well. Enjoy this a lot, and I will definitely be using the rest of it, and not sure if I'll repurchase or not, but I can see myself doing so if there's a sale or if I have a coupon, because it is really good stuff. The one I've used for years and years is the Urban Decay All Nighter. This stuff is just great. It just works so nice. I love the spray. I love the, you know, the nice fine mist of it all. It's just good. It doesn't have a major scent to it or anything weird. It works. So that's a good one. Use that all the time. A random thing that can be used for many beauty things. I just have a new bottle here that I'm going to show you. It's the Josie Maran 100% pure argan oil. These bottles come in different sizes, and there's also a light oil, which works really well too. This basically is just moisturizer in every form in a bottle. You can use it on your cuticles, which I do all the time. You can use it in your hair. Just put a little bit, like a dropper on your skin, just put it through your hands and just kind of run it through your hair, and it just really smooths things out and smooths flyaways away, you know, that kind of thing. You can put a little bit more than that in your hair before you go to bed at night. You can put this on your feet, you know, like in your cracky spots or your elbows, any place that gets specifically dry, works wonders. It's just a wonderful all over face oil. Light enough that it does not cause any kind of breakout or anything. Argan oil is pretty much magic in a bottle. So I do highly recommend the Josie Maran brand. Love it. So there's that. Now let's go on to eyes. This is what we have left. Eyes is it. Okay. If you know me at all and have followed me at all, you know that I am absolutely loving, have always loved Bare Minerals. And now that their eyeshadows are in palettes, it's like the best thing that ever happened to me, because those pots loved the shadow but didn't really like the whole idea of the small little pots of stuff going everywhere. There are several of the new Bare Mineral palettes for eyeshadows that I have really, really liked. And one of the most, I'd say probably of all my life, and that's been a considerable time, of all my life, this is the #1 favorite eyeshadow palette I think I've ever had, and used the most of. I have 2 backups, and now, because at first, just recently, I found that I couldn't find it anymore, so I freaked out. In fact, got 2 backups and found some more. But now it is available again, I believe at Ulta. It's the Bare Minerals, The Nature of Nudes, and I absolutely, positively think this is the best ever. It's just got everything I need to make my kind of a look. Now, if you're into massive colors and stuff, honestly, I don't even know why you're following me, because I'm not. But these are great, great, great nudes. I love how they wear. I love how they apply. I love how they blend. There's nothing wrong with them. I love them. And 2 others from the brand that I have recently discovered, and this one is a limited edition. It's the Bare Minerals Hidden Treasure. You might have seen this, you know, on websites recently. This is a good one. Okay, let's see. Can you see those colors? Just so good. So, so good. And this one has Nude Beach. And Nude Beach was an all-time favorite. Just a real nice color to put all over the lid before you add other colors. It's a great base color. Love it. Just adds a little bit of shimmer. great. And it's got Gemstone and Queen Tiffany in there too, which are really good tones. Just a great, great mix. Love this one. And I also tried the Bare Naturals from Bare Minerals, and this is becoming a quick favorite of mine also. Love it. Just love it. Great, great colors. So definitely Bare Minerals eyeshadow palettes have been 100% one of my favorite things that I reach for the most. I have tried, if you've seen my eyeshadow palette clean out video, I have tried so many eyeshadow palettes because it's just what I do. I just love them. It's like, that's my fun. So I do try about anything that comes down the path that it looks like I would possibly like. And I always reach for these. I always reach for these. And when it comes to any other brand that I would say is most reached for, it's the same color family, but it's the MAC in the Flesh. Again, the nudes in the Flesh. You get what I'm going for here. Just these colors that you can put together in myriad ways that give you a beautiful natural look. And someone looks at you and says, oh, she's pretty, not, wow, look at her eye makeup. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I try to go for. So those work the best for me, and those are the ones I reached for the most in 2017. Now, for eye pencils, for eyeliners, I had a favorite from Stila. The color was Triggerfish. They no longer make it. I freaked out. I tried every other kind of eye pencil in the world to try to find the color and the one that I like, and I did find one that I absolutely love. But in doing so, I also discovered that I like the Chanel very much. They don't have the color that I was specifically looking to replace, where, you know, that was similar to the Triggerfish, which was like a matte gray. But the colors they do have that I really enjoy, this is Terra Rossa. These are very good. They're waterproof. They smudge out beautifully, but then they set. I mean, it's just, it's gorgeous. This is kind of a purpley tone, which is supposed to bring out the green in your eyes, and I do kind of think that works, so I got that one. Another one that I would like to tell you works really well, the Marc Jacobs. These are no joke. When you put them on, smudge them out the way you want them, and then like, get that done right away, because they set and they set and they set. When I was trying these in the store, I was, you know, putting them all over my arm and, you know, trying out the different looks and stuff, and I did wash them off in the store with, you know, the cleaner, and they still could hardly come off, but I'm telling you, I had it for the rest of the day on my arm. So this was the closest that I could come to the color that I was looking for when it comes to the Marc Jacobs, and I do use this one, and I do like it a lot, but it still wasn't quite what I wanted. So I did find, and it's much less expensive too, the Sephora brand. It's their retractable eyeliner. It's waterproof. I adore it. I have it in several different colors, but the color that I love is matte charcoal. Love it. This is the color that I was looking for. It replaces my Triggerfish very well. It's just a matte gray, as you can see. Now the difference here is that the Marc Jacobs one was definitely more sparkly, and I just sort of wanted a matte. So I am loving and highly recommend the Sephora brand retractable eyeliners. They work really well. As for mascara, we're getting places, we're almost done. As for mascara, I have a wide range here of my favorites. I have tried every mascara that's, you know, come down the pike, but these are the ones I reach for the most, and they go from one end of the spectrum when it comes to price to the other, but I'll explain everything as we go along. First of all, I would like to say that my parameters basically are for my lashes to look naturally long. I don't really want to have them real thick and, you know, tarantula leggy looking or anything, or false lashes looking necessarily. I just want them to be lengthened and thickened up a little bit and not clumpy, and I want them to last without, you know, speckling everywhere. And basically the one that I've found from the drugstore that works the best for me is the L'Oreal Luminous Lash Paradise. I tried one tube, I told everybody how much I loved it, used it like crazy, and then I saw at the store they had a buy one get one 50% off, so I did that and got one for my daughter and gave that one to her. And so I used up the one and started using that one, and I didn't like that one at all. It just did not work as well for me. It didn't go on as well. I was like, oh dear, what's going on here? So then I did buy another one, broke into it, tried it, and I did like it. So I don't know if they're hit or miss, or did I just get one bad one? I don't really know. But in general, I'm really loving this one. It's a drugstore brand, it's L'Oreal, it's not too expensive. It comes in a waterproof formula too, which I also have. Love it. So that's my lower end cost one. My more high-end, middle-of-the-road high-end type that I really, really like, it's been a favorite of mine for years, and I cannot find anything to beat it, really, is the Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill. I love it. I've loved it for a long time, and I just continue to love it. I love the spoolie. I just love everything about it. It stays, it does not flake, it does not go anywhere, it just, even applying, it just works so well. They look long and just, my eyelashes just look so good with them. I like it very, very much. It also comes in a waterproof formula that I don't like as well, but there's that. Now, I want to apologize in advance for these next two. Oh, they're ridiculously expensive. I mean, just ridiculously expensive for a mascara, but I gotta tell you, I love them. I really do love them. So I have to tell you about them because I have been reaching for them. Will I repurchase one? Possibly, the other not. So first of all, this is the Louboutin. Yeah, it's the Louboutin. It comes in this most beautiful packaging. This is hefty. This is weighty. It feels so, so nice in the hand. Not that that matters, but it helps when you've paid that much for it. The box itself is like a work of art. Love this mascara though. As a mascara, no matter what the price, I love it. I do love this rubberized type of a spoolie. This works really well for me. Excuse me. It just, oh gosh, it just goes on perfectly. It just lengthens. It just adds enough volume that it still looks like a natural, beautiful thing. Just the blackest black, I don't know. There's something, it seems to find hairs that I didn't even have. I don't really know what the deal is with it, but I hate to say I love it. Like I said, don't know if I'm ever gonna repurchase that sucker, but I'm loving every second of it while I have it. So there's that. Now, the one that is, again, ridiculously expensive, but not quite as much as that one, I think I could possibly buy again because it's kind of a two-in-one thing. It's the Chantecaille. Now, I don't know if you've ever tried the Chantecaille before or ever thought to, but I'm telling you, if you feel like doing the splurge, it's kind of worth at least trying to see if the growth factor in it works for you. It has something in it that helps your lashes grow. Now, other growth things, basically you put along the lash line, you know, the little serums or whatever at night, those tend to bother me. They get in my eyes and I have reactions to those. I have tried them like Rapid Lash and New Lash and those kind of things. I could see that they were starting to work for me, that, you know, so I think that they're good, but they were bothering me with the oils or whatever would get in my eyes as I'm putting them along the lash line for growth. Now, how this makes your lashes grow, because you're not putting it on really on the lash line, it's a mascara. So you're just using it like you would in your normal routine. When you want to put your mascara on, you put your mascara on. That's all there is to it. And you just put it on like a normal mascara. Everything's great. And ta-da, you're done. But there is something in this that makes your lashes grow. And I will tell you, it does. When I first tried it, I thought, oh my gosh, how's that possible? Whatever, let's try it. So I did. Loved it as a mascara, but thought, I'm not gonna pay this for a mascara again. Then I started noticing my lashes getting longer. I'm like, can it really work? I don't know. So of course, as I love to try different beauty things, I tried a bunch more things and I started noticing my lashes weren't as long anymore. So then I tried this again and my lashes became longer. So I'm telling you, it works. At least it works for me. And so because it's kind of a two-in-one, I'm not having to buy a nice mascara that works for me and a lengthening thing to do. Just one time, just put the mascara on and you got it all going on for you. So I do love that one and I can imagine myself repurchasing that one sometime. So there you have that. I forgot these when it comes to eyeshadows, so let me just add this on here. These are the Laura Mercier Caviar Sticks, and these came in a set of 4. That's why they're tiny. Usually they're a little bit longer. And these are the 2 that I use the most. And what I use them for more than anything is as a base. I love the Vanilla Kiss. That's this one here. Let's see where I can put this. It's just a, you know, a light skin tone. You can't even see it on me. It just blends everything out and makes everything start off fresh and skin tone for me. Or if I want to add a little bit of glow, it just sort of has a little bit of a sheen to it. It's the Rose Gold. I do like this one also to just sort of be a good starter. Just put that everywhere on my lid. Start off with that. Just kind of and then do any other kind of eyeshadow shadows, like powder shadows on there. And it just adds something and helps kind of keep it all there. So I love using these more than anything as an eyeshadow base. We are almost at the end of this, and I didn't talk about lips and lipsticks and lip liners and lip glosses and lip balms and lip everything is my jam. I absolutely love lip products. I try everything all the time. And so basically that would be an entire video of its own to talk about my favorite lip things. I just may do so. But what I wanted to do for this, just to quickly touch on what I reach for the most and have for the year of 2017, is I have discovered lately that liners as lipstick has been my thing. And that is what I've been doing a lot lately. And I have done it throughout the year, but I don't know, for some reason that's almost exclusively what I'm doing. And the liners that work the best for me and work the longest for me are by MAC. They're the kind that you have to, you know, use the, I want to say screwdriver, that's not it, the pencil sharpener thing with. Not my favorite, but that's the way they come, and they work well enough that I'm willing to put up with that in order to have them. My favorite colors that I use all the time are, let's hold on to that one, are Dervish, which is like a pinkish, you know, it's basically the color of the tip here. Dervish, Whirl, and then this one called Half Red, which is a very interesting color. I'm wearing it now. It just gives just enough of a reddish sort of a tone, but in almost a pinkiness to it. I don't know, it's not too dark. I just put it all over. And it just stays and stays and stays and stays and stays. And it's there forever. I really, really like the staying power, obviously. And if I want to add a little gloss or anything on top, what I've been using continuously for that is the White Russian Cream by Buxom. It just adds a little bit of, not really a sparkle, but a little bit of a shine. And I really like that with, you know, paired with my lip liners as lipstick. So that is the thing I've really been reaching for the absolute most. Now, real quickly, I do want to add that I have recently discovered what I consider to be the perfect nude lip duo on me. I mean, that's something I've been searching for forever. And I'll quickly touch on it right now. It's the MAC pencil in Subculture. Let's see, where can I find an empty spot here? Okay, Subculture. Okay, let's go here with it. Okay, there's Subculture. Let me try to hide so the camera focuses. It's just a brownish, light pinkish color. It kind of just looks like lips. And then the Marc Jacobs Skin Deep on top. Oh my gosh, do I love this? Let me see. I don't know, together on the lips, it makes the absolute most perfect nude for me. And I will have to show you that in another video on me, because it's just, yes, these things, they work beautifully together. I cannot leave without talking about these microfiber cleaning cloths. I love them. I love them for absolutely everything, but in my beauty routine, I use them for so much. Many times before I start doing my makeup, I'll put on a lip balm after the morning, you know, when I get up in the morning, I'll put on a nice emollient lip balm, do a few other things, and then when I'm ready to put my lip liners or whatever on, I'll take one of these and I scrub, you know, I just kind of rub my lips a little bit with them. Between the microfiber and the moisture that has been on them, it gets rid of any dryness, any, you know, pieces of skin, whatever you might have on your lips, makes them perfect to start applying your lip products. You can wipe off any makeup problems. You can, you know, work around your lips to get things off. They're amazing. You throw them in the washing machine with your white clothing. You don't have to add anything special to them or anything like that. They come out looking exactly like this. This is a used one. I've used this for years. So, I can't tell you enough. So basically, love these. You can wash your whole face with them. You can, they're perfect. They come in a big package like this of 12. I use them for everything. And you can also get them in colors if you don't want the white. But then also, when I am doing my makeup, let's say this is an eyeshadow brush, okay? And I want to switch to a different eyeshadow color. I use one of these cloths. I always have one with me when I'm doing my makeup. I just wipe, 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 wipe. And I go on to the next color. Wipe, 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 wipe. Go on to the next color. And I'm telling you, it cleans the brush like no other. And then when I am finished, I use Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleaner. This stuff is magic. Absolutely magic. Just spray, spray. Wipe my brushes in there. Perfect. And they're also so dry after just doing it that you can use it immediately right again. So the combination of the microfiber cleaning cloth and the Cinema Secrets brush cleaner, perfect, perfect. you will always have a clean brush to do your next thing with. So there you go. I hope this wasn't too long and boring. I just wanted to share with you the things that I have used the absolute most and the things I grab all the time. So I'm looking forward to seeing what new things come out in 2018 because I'm always gonna try something new. But in the meantime, these are my tried and true. So thank you so, so much. And I will talk to you guys again real soon. Bye. Many times, almost never. I say I would never, almost never. That makes no sense.